Hi guys, welcome back to Feathers and Fur. So today is a super beautiful day and I thought I would make this video outside, and since these two are lying down it was easier for me to lie down on the grass. I'm not skiving and enjoying the sunshine at all, maybe a little bit. But anyway, I wanted to make this video to introduce you to our two brand new baby Harris hawks. So here we have Lucky and this is Rossi. For any motorbike fans out there, he is named after Valentino Rossi. And these guys were actually hatched at the centre. Rossi's just showing you his bottom, he's a bit shy, aren't you? And I wanted to tell you all about their story because it's absolutely awesome. They're, well, awesome and sad at the same time. So we have the mum and dad here at the centre, and the dad is one of my old original hawks, and Sam, I absolutely adore him. He's a really lovely male. And the female, she's such a lovely female. She's the friendliest female Harris hawk I've ever come across. And 2 years ago she had eggs. Surprised us all that they were fertile. They were with a male called Jack, who was, Jack and Sam are my two original Harris hawks that I had. And unfortunately she killed the first chick. We thought she killed the first chick, and so we ended up hand rearing Milo, and he's lovely and he's a wonderful boy. And so this year we weren't going to let her breed. She laid eggs last year and I didn't let the eggs be fertile at all. And so this year, one of my volunteers, he just got a job recently doing pest control. He said it would be really lovely to have a Harris hawk chick, and I thought, let's give her a go. Maybe I was wrong 2 years ago. Maybe she didn't kill the first chick. Maybe it died naturally and it was just there. And it would be super lovely to have a chick from Sam, you know, to keep the bloodlines going. And where are you off to? Don't eat grass, you're not a vegetarian. This is actually the first time they've been on grass. It's very sweet. And so Sam and Alice, they, you know, did what birds do, and they ended up with these 2 eggs. And I was very optimistic. She was such a good mum. She was sitting on the eggs, and Sam would take turns and he'd sit on the eggs. And then on the 11th, well, on the 10th of April, the egg pipped. The first egg pipped, and pipping means that the chick inside just pushes a little beak up through, and you can see a little chip in the egg, and that's it. You're on track now. We're gonna hatch. And so I kept watching. Alice is a super good mum, and she'd let you go inside. And I'd taken steps to make sure that maybe she didn't look at the chick as food. So we've been feeding rat and rabbit and quail instead of day-old chicks for a couple of weeks before I knew when the eggs was going to hatch. And so it pipped. I watched. She'd let me go in. I could go in and watch her on the nest. She's not bothered at all. She's super lovely. I knew she was going to hatch on the 11th, so we checked in the morning, and he'd made about 1 centimetre's little hole, so you could hear it was chipping away, and I was like, yes, come on. And it doesn't take them long to get out from that point where they've pipped. Then they rest, and then when they start going, when they start breaking around the outside of the eggshell, it's a mission. We're on. We should have had an egg. We should have had a chick rather by the end of the afternoon, but didn't have anything. And I was getting a bit concerned, and so I kept watching, and I had to go shopping in the evening, and there was nothing there, but it was still chipping. And by the time I sort of went shopping, I was beginning to think, you know, I got to keep an eye on this, but you can't intervene. You can't start to kind of take the chick out of the egg, because the blood vessels in the egg, and there's yolk in the egg that's attached to the chick, and you have to be super careful. So I went shopping, and oh, it was just awful. We were only gone for sort of half an hour. I came back, first thing I did, got out of the car, go and check on her, see the chicks there. And Alice is now sitting on the second egg, and the first egg, it's about a good centimetre, a good inch hole now pecked through, and he is stone cold off on the edge. She's not sitting on him. There's no movement to this chick. I'm going to stick a picture in now. No movement, no nothing. I was like, oh my god, all this effort, and it's gone and died in the eggshell. I have to watch. Sometimes there's projectile poo at this moment. As I was panicked. It's not moving. It's cold, stone cold, and I thought it was dead. I was like, oh, that's it, we've died. And I was gutted, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a chance. And my other half, he was like, no, come on, let's give it a chance. and took it home. And because I'd assumed she was going to do everything, I don't have anything. I don't have incubators, I don't have brooders, had nothing. So I've got this egg at home on the radiator, on layers of towels, in a little kind of igloo of towels, brushing it with boiled but cooled water so that it doesn't, beautiful. Please don't poo on my video, I've spent ages making this. Don't poo, don't show your bum either, look, we want to keep you in the picture. There we go. It's been ages and ages brushing this egg with water, just making sure she stayed good. And there was no fight whatsoever, but she was alive. There was a little kind of with her beak and a little bit of a wiggle, but no fight. She's not coming out of this eggshell. She's just not moving, not wanting to do anything. And so between 7:30 and midnight, my other half and I sat vigil over this egg on the towels, on our hands and knees, missed dinner, didn't even bother with anything. We were just watching and waiting and helping, very gradually peeling tiny bit by tiny bit out, bit at a time. Is she moving? No. Is she fine? No. Is it even bothering to try? No. Bit by bit, we eventually peeled her out, and she, well, if Lucky wasn't stood in the way, you can see that Rossi did super well. She came out the eggshell. She's quite a shy and quiet young, well, we don't actually know what she is. I'm thinking she might be a boy. Super shy and quiet, but just superb, absolutely superb. So I was over the moon that she did super well. Don't poo towards the camera. Nobody wants to watch you pooing, Lucky. Well, actually, I'm just going to show you. There we go. It's always fun to see a bit of poo, isn't there? So that was cool. They were there under a heat lamp. You know, first 12 hours, no food, 13 hours, 14 hours, we gave her our first tiny meal, and she's done super well. On the 13th, this one's starting to hatch. There's my finger, yes. And all seemed to be going amazingly. Mum is there, sitting on her, she gets off, Dad gets on straight away, sitting on her. I could hear cheeps, coming, it's exciting. I'm watching and waiting. This time I thought maybe it was me going in, I'll stand back, I don't know. She'd never had a problem before. And I can see from the distance, I can walk around the aviary and see from the back, and I was watching, the chick hatched and it was there and it was brilliant, it was amazing. But I've got to go to a brownies meeting. So bear in mind I've got volunteers and staff on site, so I've got to go meet these brownies. But I want to keep an eye, make sure you're doing all right. Just as I've gotten ready to leave, car's packed, I thought, I'll go and have one last check. Everyone was fine 10-15 minutes ago. I'll go and have one last check. Move my head around. Now their nest ledge is above the door, which is like 6 foot off the ground. And there is Mum stood there, chicken mouth, ready to drop. I have never run so fast in my life to get into that aviary. I leapt in there. They've got a box that I jump onto to get up onto the top, onto the nest ledge. I leapt up on this box, I held this chick, and I'm like, birds don't move their chicks with their mouth. It doesn't happen. And I was like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they do. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe she was just moving it. So I buried it and checked over. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. Very carefully put it down in the nest scrape in front of her, and leant back. I was like, don't eat. And she grabbed him. Bless you. Grabbed him and ran straight to the back of the nest box and promptly stood on him and started trying to pluck feathers out of him. So I threw myself up on the top. You've never seen anything so embarrassing in your life. Held myself over the nest edge by my chest, nearly broke my ribs in the doing so, lost my balance, grabbed hold of this chick, fell back, holding this chick against my chest, making sure everybody is safe. I was just like, I've got to go to the brownies. I've got to leave. I've got to get to the brownies. I grabbed my employee. I'm like, we've got to get this chick under the heat lamp. So we run back to the house, pop him under the heat lamp. I mean, he's still wet. He's literally come out of the eggshell, and popped him under the heat lamp. And as you can see, Lucky was very lucky and did really well. Ooh, we're going to keep walking. I'm going to keep showing you walking. These guys have done fabulously. You start to see all the feathers coming through. See all the pin feathers coming through. Oh, beautiful stretch. Let's see if I can come up and show you the stretch. That's the Labrador in the background sneezing. See the pin feathers coming through, the tail feathers coming through. So these guys are gonna live in my house for the next couple of weeks. They get fed 3 times a day. They eat huge amounts of food, absolutely enormous amounts of food. I decided this year not to make a food video. After the 2 years ago, we got something like 470,000 views of Milo eating his dinner, but lots of people were very objectionable to the fact that they eat day-old chicks and mice and rats and things. I don't know what they expect them to eat. Can't eat grass, but never mind. And so they're growing in my house, but they are going to be at the centre from now on. So tomorrow is Bank Holiday Monday of May. We're going to start bringing them over to the centre. So next weekend, or if you're around at the weekends, come over and have a visit. We've got exciting news. We're having an open day at the end of May, so you can come over and watch that. We also have a baby long-eared owl coming and a baby snowy owl. So keep an eye on this space. I will keep you up to date with these guys. I'll keep making videos just like I did with Milo. So hopefully you enjoyed meeting my babies. So take care and have a great bank holiday. Lots of love. Bye.